INTF
Region.
So part 2 of exams. Woo! Probably we're gonna have more, but yeah, for now it's just this two.
As if any more would do us any good.
I mean, we're talking about theoretical exams now, right? So maybe we can have one practical one.
Sure, why not?
But in the meantime, now we're gonna talk about exam fails.
Looks
at
advocate.
Yes, people, as I have said or mentioned before in the previous episode, I have failed exams quite a lot, especially in university. So, there was one day when I told my mom.
Yeah.
And then, I forgot. I told her something about, someone asked me about exam fails and whatsoever and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And then my mom was like, yeah, so now you're like
The expert.
on that failing exam. Yeah, because one of our junior asked us the other day, like, I had to go for borderline viva for one of the subjects.
Uh-huh.
What am I, panic? And then that was me. I was like,
Oh.
Wow, lucky you. You actually got borderline viva. They're giving you a chance, bro. Like, I don't even get any chance. They just failed me. So, yeah. Anyways, exam fails. So, let's look out for the reason. Do you have any thoughts on the reason I fail exams?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Whatever I say can come off as very harsh, honestly.
It's okay. I really kind of like know the idea between it. Sometimes it's just, imposter syndrome going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Disclaimer, I have yet failed an exam, so my thoughts can be biased at times, but I try to be as neutral as possible. Most importantly is insufficient preparation. Yeah. In the end, it is insufficient preparation.
Yeah.
It stems from many different points where it can be within your control and it can be out of your control.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I mean, like, those within your control means your study time management, study resources, attitude towards your studies and whatnot, and things that are beyond could involve financials, family problems, personal problems, all those kind of stuff in between. So, to some extent, it's a you thing, but to some extent, it could
it's also like
there's external factors as well. So it really but then it really depends on you. If you have those problems, you try to.
If I try hard enough, I would be able to make it, actually.
So is this just me being to be as neutral as possible?
No, but like, it's true. I am the kind of person who doesn't like studying. I hate studying, and
you hate studying for an exam.
Yeah, I hate studying for an exam. That's actually very true. That's actually very accurate.
I think it's almost a universal thing.
But I mean, some people, they can only study if it's for an
exam. Yeah.
So it's different.
But they don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either ways, like, I really don't know how to study.
Yeah.
Like, I one thing that I like, for one of our subjects during the mid-semester, one of our head of department, he called me up to his office.
Right.
And he said, what is your problem, actually? Like, not really problem, but like, what is the things that you're having difficulty with?
What's your obstacles?
Yeah. So I told him honestly that, like, I was underprepared. I really don't know how to study. Like, I literally don't know how to study without any guide or like any practice question, exam bank. Because back in secondary school, you get so much of those exercise questions. You just keep doing it and doing it and doing it.
It just comes by second nature.
Yeah. So it's like, you naturally just remember things. So I told him honestly that I have this kind of problem. And one of the solution he gave me was, why don't you read? You can find our lecturers anytime, like, any lecturer that you're comfortable with, read it up and come to us and tell us what do you know about it. Then at least we can point out, okay, this is not too important, this is more important, you have to know this. Even though in lectures they did state it, but sometimes when you have a one-to-one, it's more efficient.
Yeah.
It's more effective, because one thing about me, during my last 2 years of school, I was tutored more than I was in a group class.
Okay.
I had a personal tutor who sits with me one-to-one for like chemistry, additional maths,
I
and
see.
physics.
Right.
So they sit with me and they like go through everything with me. So
Yeah.
I have no choice but to really focus and listen.
Yeah.
So that is one thing that not everyone gets, but
Yeah.
that's actually kind of like a kind of bad thing to get attached to.
Yeah.
But still, I feel like lecturers, if you're willing to make an effort, they would be more than happy to cater to you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's one of the problems. The other problem is definitely something that I can't control. If you want me to be honest, in the first year,
Alright.
I had emotional problems.
Alright.
Second year, first semester, I also had problems.
Mm-hmm.
Year 2, end of year 1, I had emotional problems. Year 2, mid-semester, I had emotional problems too.
Right.
End of year 2, I also had another asshole who I had to deal with. If you listen back to my love life story thingy, that one, yeah, you'll understand. And then year 3, that wasn't much, but it was just basically I'm trying to find like a stable footing with nothing affecting me,
Right.
in a way. So that is one more thing. And year 3, I just made it.
Hell yeah.
That like year 3 is the only year where I actually went through the year without any external. There wasn't much external.
Corrupt.
Yeah. Yeah, like there wasn't much of that. So yeah, I actually made it. One of the problems is that having external corrupt. So yeah. But also another problem that I had from the past years is that I don't answer. Like I mentioned in the first part, I don't answer questions
Mhm.
fully. I don't bullshit. But this year I just like, okay, fine, whatever. I just bullshit my way through. Like, yeah.
I'll just write whatever I can.
Yeah, whatever I can bullshit. So one thing is that you have to like at least you go to classes, go to your clinicals, and don't leave any question blank. Seriously. Like there's such a thing called grace marks, especially in university. In school they might not have it, but in university, most of the lecturers don't want to fail you.
They
Right.
don't have the time to deal with you. That's the thing.
They're like,
Understand that. You can understand this very well and use this to your advantage. Most lecturers do not want to deal with you.
Yep.
They do not want to deal with the extra paperwork.
yep.
If it doesn't hurt too much, they don't mind just giving you a pass.
Yeah, exactly. So
As long as you put in the necessary effort.
exactly. So it's like if you write something, they would like give you. Never mind. It's like I'll give you half mark for effort.
Okay, I understand that you somewhat understand the material. So okay, this point is similar to what I'm expecting. I'll just give it to you.
Yeah.
Unless it's too far apart, then there's nothing they can help you with.
Exactly.
Sometimes they wish you wrote a bit more, just so they can find something to give you
Yeah.
a mark and justify their markings.
That's why like doesn't matter. Just write. Just bullshit your way.
That's why I tell people, if it's a 4-mark question, give
Answer
it
more than that.
a 5 to 6 mark worth that you think it's 5 to 6 marks worth.
Unless you are very, very like 150% sure that the answer you wrote is correct.
I still write more than that. Even when I'm very confident, 5 marks I'll write 6, 7. So if there's any penalization, I still have more.
For me, it's like I will write, and
Yeah.
then it's like, oh, this doesn't seem to right. I'm a bit feeling skeptical. Then I was just like, okay, let's just bullshit one more. So yeah, that was how I pretty much survived the year. But emotionally speaking, it's really tiring though. Having to fail exams.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Because it's a big hit in your what's that word called?
ego,
Not necessarily ego. You don't have much ego.
pride.
You don't have much ego or pride when you fail exams. Self-esteem.
Oh, self-esteem. Yeah.
Yeah.
In a
It's
way.
not gonna go over the roof by the time you fail,
Nah.
already.
But then it affects you, and it affects, you know how certain people they realize that, oh, you've been failing like few years in a row, then they'll feel like, you're probably like not too smart. But I'm not gonna say who, but I have gotten those kind of vibes from people around me. Like people around me as in like the same course as us. I've gotten that kind of feel where my opinions don't matter because I was the person who failed twice in a row. So it kind of get on my nerves
I see.
because I know that when it comes to logical or critical thinking or like just using your brain clinically and rationally, realistically, I'm definitely superior. But you know, you just sometimes don't have enough theory to back that up, so your brain just fails you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different when you have like, you know, like you guys don't really mind, like our group of friends don't really mind that, you know, I failed exams.
But that's the thing, because our group of friends know how things work. And there's always there's always society that really don't put emphasis enough on those matters.
Yeah, agreed. So yeah, you just really need to choose your friends sometimes.
And you gotta filter out the negative comments at times.
Yeah, like you really can't just stick to it affects your like emotions when it comes to exams as well. Like sticking to the type of people who are just selfish. Like they don't care about you. Like, you know, when you have tips or whatever, they would kind of share or something. So it's important for you to find the type of friends who will push
Best
you
compliment.
together.
Oh,
yeah. Like don't like you're working together. Like all of us are in the same exam, you know. So that's the thing.
And why I say compliment is you can have wonderful friends that you can enjoy with, but they are not the kinds that can push you to do better.
Yes, that is actually true.
And that's why we tease you every now and then, so we want you to do better.
I mean, we all know that, like even I myself know that I can do better than this. So,
but you every now and then the friends little teaser like, hey, you can do better. Come on,
yeah,
go on,
true,
go on,
true.
go on.
Yeah,
get going.
Yeah, it does work sometimes, or like sometimes you're just asking for opinions from each other. Like, it does help. It feels like, you know, you're just being you. Some people are weaker in practical. Some people are weaker in theoretical. You know, some people don't have social skills, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us have seen. When you see
all three of them.
Yes, all three of them. So yeah, don't just because you fail doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Sometimes.
Oh yeah, this applies to just about anyone. Even if you fail something, it's not the end.
Yeah, you have like borderline viva. Then if you have borderline viva, you have supplementary exams to make up with. Then you have your borderline viva for supplementary exams as well. So it's like a total of 3 chances. Most of the time, like maybe 2. So you really can't just give up like that. Like the more and another thing that I feel like is most important when you fail an exam is how I can think of the word how desperate are you to continue?
Yeah.
Like for me, even though I failed 2 times in a row, one thing that kept me going was that I always tell myself, I'm going to see myself to the end of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to just give up halfway just because I failed some exam, you know? So, it's very important for you to have a mindset that I don't care what, I don't care how, I'm going to see myself to the end of this and I'm going to pass the exam. So, I feel like even my mom, when she hears this, she feels like a little bit assured in a way, okay, even if you fail, I know you're going to make it through. Yeah, you're going to make it till you get it. So I would be a little bit more assured to let you actually go through it. So that is a very important point that you need to keep in mind. Even though you fail, you have to keep going. So ask yourself how desperate you are. Like, if you don't have a choice, if you're in year 1, year 2, if you're like halfway through, then might as well just finish it. if you're just in the beginning, then you can consider quitting still, which I know some of our classmates before did consider quitting, but some of us made it through, some of us didn't. It's just like the song from Maroon 5, Memories. Those to the ones that we lost on the way. We probably should sing that.
Good song.
Yeah, so that's the thing about exams, which we have experienced. I have experienced, especially in this episode. I have experienced. Like, I'm really the so-called quote-unquote expert on failing exams. It's not something to be proud of, but
consultant failure.
risk. No, what?
Risk assessment.
Yes, risk assessment.
Risk assessment consultant.
Yeah, I like that.
You failure.
Oh, the emotional damage.
But at least it's okay. I expert in failure.
Anyways, in the meantime, in TF, we judge. Good luck.